Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is my first video on Power BI. Power BI allows you to share your content with external users. These external users are guest users within your tenant. In this video, I'll be focusing more on how external users can connect to your shared data set within Excel. Let's find out. So we will first start with the consumer tenant, the tenant that has your external user as a member. Here is my consumer tenant who has John, and John already owns the Power BI Pro license to his account. Now let's go to the provider tenant, the tenant which will be sharing the content to others. So here I have two users. The first user is me, Sai. I am a member of this tenant. The other user is a guest user who has been added for John. Before we look at sharing content to John, you should ensure that there are a few settings enabled in tenant settings of Power BI admin portal. So let's go to the Power BI admin portal. Let's go to the tenant settings. Let's first start by ensuring that you are allowing your guest users to access your Power BI content. The next check that you need to make is enable live connections also. Because without live connections enabled, they would not be able to create reports from the shared data set. Neither they will be able to use Excel, okay, in order to connect to this data set also. So just make sure these two settings are turned on. Now let's start with an example here to demonstrate this feature. So in my provider tenant, I have created a workspace called Adventure, which has a report and a dataset. We will be focusing more on this dataset throughout this video. Now let's say as an internal user of this tenant, how would I ideally use Excel to get the data of this dataset? It's quite simple. So I'm just going to open this dataset. I'm going to use this feature called Analyze in Excel. So let's save this file. Let's go back to downloads. Let's open this. So this file that has been downloaded just right now is helping you to do a live connection to that remote dataset. So before we enable editing, so let's make sure that I have logged in as Sai. Okay, and let's close this. Let's have this file opened again. So let's enable editing. It's an external data connection. So I want to say enable content. It is asking me to prove my identity. So let me give that. Here it is. So I am having a live connection to that remote data set. So I have measures and columns. So let's say that I want to see the sum of sales by customers occupation. I'm going to bring in the sales amount measure into values. And from my customer, I will bring in the occupation into my rows. Great, isn't it? Now let's look at how we can share this data set with your external users. And can they do something quite similar like internal users? So let's find out. So I'm just going to switch back to John. Okay, and let's close this. Let's remove this file. Now I'll go back to this workspace once again. So in order to enable your external users to build content on this data set, you should give them a build permission. So the way to do it is go to this data set, manage permissions. In direct access, add your external guest user with a read under build permission. So let's add this user. I'm going to give the external user only a build permission with read permission. So I'm going to type in John. So John is my external user. So I've granted access. Good. So let's validate it. Yes, John has read and build access. Now let's go back and look at what John would see in Power BI service. So here I've logged in as John, and let's look at the home page of the Power BI service. So the home page displays the From External Orgs tab. So within this tab, you should be able to see all your shared content that are coming from other organizations. Here I see customer sales being listed. So let's open the customer sales dataset. So let me prove my identity. Okay, so I am seeing this dataset as John. Okay, now I have this option to analyze in Excel. So let's use the same approach. So the file is downloaded. Now let's open the file that was downloaded. So as John, I will do a live connect to this remote dataset. Let's wait if my data model is accessible. So you can notice that we have an error. It says you don't have access. So let's find out. So you still observe it doesn't work. Let's find out why. So in order to do a live connection, we do have a connection string. So let's go to the data. Let's go to the properties of this connection. Let's look at the connection string. If I observe this connection string, you can notice the identity provider is login.microsoftonline.com/common. So this is the place where the problem starts. When I say common, it is authenticating itself with the consumer tenant, not with the provider tenant. So without the access token, it is unable to access your data model. So I'm going to make a very small change here. I'm going to remove common and I'm going to replace it with the tenant name of the provider. So let's go back to the provider tenant. If you look at my email address, my tenant name is mymedras.onmicrosoft.com. So this is my provider tenant. I'll copy this. I'll paste it in this connection string. Let's say OK. Let's key in the same credential as a consumer. Now you can see it works, right? So a small change needs to be done in your connection string in order to access your shared dataset. So let's check. I'm going to have my measure in values and field in rows. So it works. Great, isn't it? Now let's try to elevate this feature a bit. What if I need to use an XMLA endpoint in order to connect to this data set? Let's find out. So I'm going to close this Excel file. I'm just going to go back to my provider tenant. I will elevate the license of this workspace to a premium per user so that I have the XMLA endpoint through which I can access all the data sets of this workspace. So I'll copy this. I will save it. So as always, anyone who is going to access the dataset within this premium per user workspace should also have a proper user license. So our guest user in the consumer tenant is already having the Power BI Pro license with a PPU trial. So it shouldn't be a problem. So the build permission is still there for the external user, so we don't need to disturb it. But you just need to ensure that in the tenant settings of your provider tenant, right, the XMLA endpoint access has been enabled. So let's search for it. So we are allowing client tools to use XMLA endpoint to connect to these remote data sets, right? Great. So everything looks quite perfect. Now let's use the XMLA endpoint in order to access that remote data set as an external user. So I'll go to the data tab. I'll go for get data from database. I'll go for analysis service. I'll give the server name as the XMLA endpoint. I will give the username as the consumer email address. As you see, it is not able to find that workspace. Why? Because it is searching for the workspace adventure in the consumer tenant. It is not able to find it. So how do you fix this problem? You just need to change the name of the tenant here from my org to the actual tenant name of your provider tenant. So let's go back to the provider tenant. So let's look at what the tenant name is. So it is mymadras.onmicrosoft.com. I'll just go back to my Excel. I'll remove this my org and paste it. So this is my provider tenant name. I'll just say next. So it is able to find the data model of customer sales. I'll say next. I'll accept the default. I'll just say OK. So now you're having access to the remote dataset by using XMLA endpoint. So let's check if it is able to pull the data. I'm going to bring the measures in my values. I'm going to bring the occupation into my rows. Great, isn't it? So your external users can use Excel in order to build their own content from the shared dataset. I hope that this video was quite useful to you. So please let us know your thoughts on how you're sharing your content with your external users.